Hi Sag, this is going to be your love message for the tail end of March. Good for Sun, Rising, Moon, and Venus, sign of Sagittarius. Please keep in mind this is a general reading, so it will not resonate with all of you. Please keep in mind this is a love reading. If you are not interested in a love message, click off now. Check out my other channel, Soma Chandra Tarot. I do all manner of messages over there, and I always do a Celtic cross for Sagittarius on Soma Chandra Tarot that you can apply to any part of your life. This could apply to other parts of your life as well, though. Sag, if you want to book a private reading with me, the link to my website's down in the description below. And if you're new, welcome to Soma Chandra Libra. This is a channel just for Libra and Sagittarius. Again, one more time, I do read for all 12 zodiac signs on my other channel called Soma Chandra Tarot. Right now, it's Soma Chandra Sagittarius. So this is interesting. Oracle cards that came out for you guys were Lover in the Night, Temporary, Standards and Boundaries, then Promise, Deep Conversations, Challenges. I said, what are the challenges? And I got Satin Sheets and Seduction and Integrity. So for those of you that have a specific, this could be happening with a specific person or just in love in general. I think that you've had just about enough of temporary lovers in the night, and now you're wanting something with a little bit more of a promise. Looks like you're moving into a time when you will be having deep conversations with someone about maybe a relationship no longer being this and starting to be about something a little bit more sincere. Something about a ring. Also, I just heard someone needs to return someone's a possession of theirs. It could be a ring or a piece of jewelry. That's weird. Totally sidebar there. And a challenge is having integrity. Like a lot of you are going to have a lot of people. This happened with a similar message for Libra when I read for them as well. There's going to be challenges for you guys too, it seems, to have integrity and standards and boundaries. Like if you want the promise, you're going to have deep philosophical conversations to make sure that everyone's on the same page with their standards and boundaries so that it's not just a temporary lover in the night seduction thing. Looks like that's the challenge here in a relationship. Maybe getting it to something more serious. I do notice Love Line revived at the bottom of the deck. This isn't an apology like look what the cat dragged in. That there's a different card for that in this deck. This might be like a revival of your heart chakra in general, but I just heard like this time, I'm not going to let this happen. I'm going to have deeper conversations. I'm going to have standards and boundaries if I want to get back out there. Looks like you are getting back out there. The reason for the reading is the 5 of Wands. And the challenges are the Knight of Wands and the 3 of Cups. I'm like, isn't there a more interesting challenge, Spirit? No, apparently not. I think you're kind of maybe dating multiple people, or I see this as kind of working through something with someone. Like working through stuff. Challenges are you friends? Are there other people involved? A challenge has been someone has been non-committal and it's just fun. Or do you want it to just be like this, or do you want something more? I think you guys are starting to think that you want something a little different. Your deeper emotions right now are the 4 of Cups. So emotionally reevaluating. Some of you might have been feeling a little bored lately and you want a change. It's very typical for Sagittarius too. Not that you guys can't sit still or commit. You most certainly can. I know that you can. But you guys need a lot of fun and adventure. Sagittarius ruled by Jupiter will get bored easily. So even when they're in a committed relationship, sometimes they need to pick up a new hobby or learn something new or travel because you're like, I'm not sure what I want to do here right now. It looks like there's an offer coming in or something that you're dreaming of. So you see yourself as the 2 of Swords. I think you're closing your eyes and you're at a bit of an impasse. You seem to have a choice to make. With the 5 of Wands and the 3 of Cups here, you might have been dating more than one person or given a couple people a try. And now you're like, all right, enough of the seduction, enough of the satin sheets. You know, I have standards and boundaries. I have integrity. I'm going to be discerning. But the way you're feeling is pretty lighthearted. The Fool, the Page of Wands, the 2 of Wands. Some of you have Aries in your chart. The Fool for me is Aries, Sagittarius, Libra, or Gemini. The lighthearted signs. You're feeling classic Sag. So you're feeling very lighthearted. You're in a mode of discovery. You want inspiration. You want a lot of potential. You want to be inspired. And it looks like you're starting right at the beginning of something here. You have more than one path to choose in front of you. These are all cards of investment, exploring and studying, really feeling the need to be your true self. The Fool represents authenticity and originality, even a little bit of a carelessness because he's brand new at something and it's a very carefree, light energy. That's good. I'm like, well, it looks like typical Sagittarius to me, even with the Two of Swords here. You guys are very discerning, philosophical people. Very much so. You come off like air signs to me all the time. I'm always like, oh, you're a Sag. I thought you were like a Gemini or an Aquarius. No, I'm a Sag. I love that about you. Looking very Saggy here. Your actions are the Ace of Swords. So you want a breakthrough of some kind. I clarified it. 2 cards came out, the 9 of Wands and the 7 of Pentacles. Well, you look a little worn down. You're a little guarded. And I think you want some kind of a breakthrough and you're going to hang in there until you get it. You're going to hang in there until you get it. Well, I think whatever is happening here is, I think by the end of the month moving into April, you will make a decision. You will have a moment of clarity to help you with this emotional reevaluation. That's going to mean different things for each of you. The person in your environment, I was like, whoa, I didn't expect this at all. You guys often surprise me. There's a few signs that surprise me every time, and you guys often do. A person in your environment is the Emperor. You could be connecting to an Aries, but not necessarily. It could be a man or a woman too. This person's very logical. This person's very practical. This person likes a lot of control. They want to be in control of their life and in their emotions. The Emperor can activate any king they want at any time. So a level of mastery from this person. The way they feel is the Hermit, the 3 of Pentacles, and the Ace of Pentacles. Who is this person? They look very serious. They look like a Virgo, maybe. Very introspective, a little bit older, maybe a little bit more mature. This could even be a progression of all you, Sagittarius. If none of you have any, if none of you have, or some of you don't have a specific person in focus, I think that you want to maintain this lighthearted energy, but you might be going through some kind of a spiritual upgrade, because I have the Hermit, the Wheel of Fortune, the Tower, the Moon. I have a lot of major arcana here. So for my super single Sagittarius that don't have a specific person in focus, some of you might be going through what even feels like somewhat of, I don't want to use crisis. Crisis is kind of a dramatic word, but like, wait a minute, I really want something more stable and mature. I really kind of want to be a grown-up in this situation. I'm getting a little too old for this. No, you're not. I promise you, you're not. But maybe bring it into balance or moderation, right? It's almost like there's a little bit of inner conflict for you as to, I think some of you are trying to figure out, like, you really want to build something that will manifest into an abundance in the 3D, into reality, very earthy Virgo energy here. Some of you are trying to figure out a way to keep your Fool and Page of Wands energy while also acting like the Hermit and the Emperor. It can be done. It can be done. Trust me, if I can do it, you can do it. Because I can be the Emperor and the Hermit, but I'm also the Fool every day. The point I'm making is you can figure out a way to balance this out. I think you're working on doing that. For others of you, that have a specific person in focus, this person looks older and more mature. They're very serious. They want to practically build and grow. They want to plant. They're looking at this seed. I find that this 3 equals 4. And I think this person's kind of holding up their pentacle to see if it's a good match with the one being offered to them by you. See how they're kind of doing that? Do you get what I mean? How this person's like, I could create a stability if I add one more pentacle. Is this a good fit? Are we a good match? They want to practically figure that out. Hopefully this person, I don't know if this person entirely does it for you then. That's why you're thinking about it. I think this is your energy because you're the Fool and the Page of Wands. I think that you want a lot of fun right now. This person might be coming off a little bit more serious. Perhaps it's because of what they've been through up until now. Because their action towards you is the Six of Swords. So they're in a place of calm. This person may be in a place of transition in their life. They might have recently left something behind, a major change. The Five of Swords, conflict, loss, and change. So I wanted to know what they're moving away from and what they're moving towards. What they're moving away from is the King of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, the Nine of Cups. Interesting. This person might have Sag in their chart. They're kind of open to change. This person may also be a water sign. They have maybe water in the chart as well. First of all, for some of you, somebody might drink a lot, party, or be very hedonistic. Drinks on the house, yes. This person is going into a place of happiness. They're showing me a level of emotional maturity or stability, I think. It's kind of up to fate where this will go, but this person wants to move towards a place of gratitude and happiness in their life. They're showing up in Emperor, Hermit, and King energy, but their deeper emotions is the King of Swords. So I've got two kings out of this person. So this person is activating the King of Swords and the King of Cups. This person deep within, the Emperor and the King of Swords can be very similar. They both represent authority and the truth. For some of you, this is a person you want to get away from because they're way too controlling and detached. For others of you, this is a person you want to move towards. If it's a person that you want to move towards, it's not that you're doing the same thing, but you kind of are a little bit. This person will hold back and try to make a smart choice. And they will remove themselves from their emotions to make sure that their heart is protected. But on the surface, they look happy and loving and emotional. They might love to go out and eat and drink, which would be a fun match for you. You may need to keep a bit of an open mind. Yeah, because you're emotionally reevaluating. This might be a person that's about to come in for you because this has been the problem for a while. This might be a person you're trying to turn into. It can be hard to transition out of Page and Wands energy into Emperor energy, but I promise you, I'm using the words I promise, you can do both. You just have to find the balance. But the final outcome was the Tower. It's like, whoa, I didn't expect that at all. Clarifying the Tower is the Hierophant, the Four of Pentacles, and the Moon. So for some of you, this is someone breaking the norm, breaking tradition, challenging the system. For some of you, this is making a sudden choice about getting into or out of a serious relationship. But I do think that someone will hold back because there's a lot of uncertainty here. There could have been a Pisces involved. There could be a couple different people involved here for you guys. And I'm not going to melt my brain trying to interpret it 10 different ways for those of you that have multiple people in your energy. You know who you are, you know the deal with that. But I do think there will be a sudden shift in realization that happens for you with the Tower and the Ace of Swords. I think it will involve, again, breaking out of or moving towards a more conscious, modest relationship. Someone you may hold back, though, because you're a little confused. Some of you have been doing this for so long that the Emperor and the King of Swords almost like doesn't feel comfortable to you, or is like, well, can I be happy being this person or with this person? Once you find the balance. The King of Swords and the Emperor sometimes have a hard time letting loose and opening up and having fun. That might be the challenge with this person. Like they're coming in all stable and that's great, but you're not 100% sure that that's what you want, which is why you're the Two of Swords and the Four of Cups. I mean, take your minutes. Take your minutes, be discerning, listen to your intuition to discern the truth. I think that some of you will ultimately decide to try to stick it out with this person or this way of being. But this is all kind of blowing your mind. You're being given a chance to build something new from the ground up. I think you might just be holding back a bit, or maybe your person is even, because the future is uncertain. Keep in mind what the challenges are, the satin sheets and the seduction that lead to a continual activation of your integrity and your standards and boundaries. If you're sick of that happening, then it might be time to modify that, because that is what will happen every time when we do this. I do think you're kind of trying to hash it out and work something out with multiple people or maybe just one person. The Five of Wands isn't horrible. It's let's try it out. Let's just dress rehearsal. Let's just give it a go. Let's see if we can tolerate each other's differences. Let's see if we can get to know each other and have some banter, but also some excitement and fun. And like one of the things about the Five of Wands is like, you kind of have to try to duke something out or have this banter or tension with a person and see if it will turn into a fight, or if you guys can just get to know each other and tolerate each other's differences. Looks like someone's had a little bit too much fun up until now, or is sick of it, or maybe you want a little bit more of it. So I think it's good that you are going to you're going to think about what you want. You're like, I don't know. I feel like my own boundaries are being tested here. I'm testing myself, and I think you realize that the best thing for you to do is to just stay in your present moment. But I do think your Jupiter energy is going to pull on you. This happens a lot for Sagittarius. But wait, you guys say, but wait, what about, you can still do that and be serious at the same time. You have to find the right outlets for it, right? Something Sagittarius usually get pretty good at by the time they're older. They figure out how to maintain the Emperor and the Fool at the same time. Talk to an Aries, a really smart one. They pull it off. Maybe you guys have Aries in your chart. Maybe it's your North Node and you're working towards that. Yeah, I could say so many things about it. I can hear a lot of you very distinctly. Some of you need private readings. You're super psychic. I can hear you. All right, Sag, so that's your love message for the very end of March. I hope it resonates and I hope it helps. Tomorrow, another reading on my other channel, Soma Chandra Tarot, will drop for you. The fire signs on that channel will drop tomorrow. A different message will be there for you. If this doesn't resonate, check out that reading. We'll look at other parts of your life over there, okay? I'm always listening to the universe for you, Sagittarius. Take care of yourselves. I love you guys. I'll see you next time.